for joining us on this special edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm your host, Diamond Lewis, and we're reporting on location today from the beautiful crown jewel of DeKalb County, the Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center. What better place for us to host today's show than right here? Now, you may have noticed there's lights, camera, action all around DeKalb County and across our region. So today's show is going to focus on just that, all the entertainment taking place right here in our own county. Here's what's in store on this special edition. A sneak peek of 3 major production studios in the county. The DeKalb Entertainment Commission's annual gathering, connecting industry hopefuls with top-notch film, TV, music, and digital professionals. A look back at the success of celebrity, actor, comedian, and hometown hero Chris Tucker. A local film festival that helps students showcase their creative talent. And DeKalb's own public access television channel, where everyone can be a star. But first, we're talking about Advance DeKalb, a transformative economic growth initiative to foster inclusive job-creating investments right here in DeKalb County. And that certainly includes the entertainment industry, as DeKalb is the place for many major blockbuster films and TV shows. DeKalb's own CEO Michael Thurman attended the campaign kickoff for Advance DeKalb initiative to help usher in this new, exciting time of economic renaissance in our county.
We are so excited. DeKalb is rising. We've learned from our mistakes. We're moving forward. And the presence of these men and women today is evidence that the word is spreading.
Advance DeKalb is the first time we're bringing the private sector together with our public sector partners to create a 5-year initiative that is focused on economic development, focused on job growth, helping companies find the right workers, and helping to invest in infrastructure and community development.
Nearly $1.2 million of the overall $1.5 million goal has already been raised, and the initiative is expected to result in a net increase of more than 17,000 new jobs, some of those surely in the film and entertainment industry. We have a lot of ground to cover in this LTD Entertainment Edition, and we're just getting started. Have you heard of Georgia as the Hollywood of the South? Well, coming up, we visit Blackhall Studios to see how DeKalb County plays a major role in this new Southern Hollywood. Stay with us.
When Jungle Cruise was here, they used that pad to build a 700,000-gallon water tank.
Hello and welcome back to Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm your host, Diamond Lewis, reporting today from the beautiful Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center for this special edition of LTD, where we are pointing our cameras toward the entertainment industry. Now, feature films and television productions generated a total estimated impact of $9.5 billion. Let me say that again because it's billion with a B. A total estimated impact of $9.5 billion in Georgia during the fiscal year of 2018. And DeKalb County is certainly a major contributor to those figures, establishing itself as one of the first camera-ready communities by the Georgia Film, Music, Digital, and Television Entertainment Office back in 2010. DeKalb's status, coupled with some very lucrative state tax credits, attract major productions and production facilities, and Blackhall Studios is at the top of that list. Here now is my exclusive interview with Blackhall Studios Chairman Ryan Millsap. Ryan, thank you so much for having us here today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Now, talk to me about Blackhall Studios. First of all, the fun. What are some of the larger known productions that were shot right here on this ground?
Well, we just finished Jungle Cruise with Disney and Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
Of course.
Right. So it's a huge movie. I think it's a $250 million budgeted movie. Just a huge, amazing production to watch happen. Dr. Sleep, which is a sequel to The Shining. Ewan McGregor stars. They had the entire Shining hotel built here, and that was pretty wild.
This was perfect timing because I'm scary. I wouldn't have made it through.
Well, when we were walking through that hotel, everybody's freaking out a little bit. You know, it was a replica of the original.
Oh my
so there was the Here's Johnny door with the big crack in it, and
I'm out.
The axe the axe wounds, you know.
Right. No way.
Yeah.
Venom also.
Venom was made here, yeah, with Tom Hardy. They just announced a Venom 2.
Wow.
So that's exciting to see what they do with that. I think everybody was thrilled with the way that movie turned out.
That's so cool. And then we're actually on location at a YouTube premium show. So talk to me about where we're located right now.
So we're sitting in the high school set for a television show called Step Up High Water. It's based on the 5 Step Up movies. And so Google and YouTube bought the rights to turn that into a television show. And so their version of Step Up is actually set in South Atlanta. It's about a make-believe hip-hop artist named Sage Odom. Gets rich like Jay-Z, and then comes back to his hometown of South Atlanta and builds a specialty school for the next generation of hip-hop stars. And that's the set we're on right now, is the high school that Sage Odom built.
Well, that's so cool because I happen to know someone who was an extra on the show, our intern for DCTV, Zion Moore. And I think that story is why all of this is so exciting, because certainly it's cool to say, oh yeah, that film was shot, you know, down the street from my home. But this industry also brings a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunity into the DeKalb County area. So talk to me about that aspect of this.
Well, you know, to make a movie, you need a lot of bodies and you need a lot of materials. So for us, like right now, we have 3 productions on site and we're 100% full.
Wow.
And each of those productions needs about 300 people to make up a crew to make that production. To give you an example, with Jungle Cruise, they then also built giant sets, and I know that they spent about $4 million in lumber alone building the sets, and all of that lumber was purchased in DeKalb County. You know, food services, and so all that food services provided, you know, local company providing food for a local studio.
Well, and Kofor Brothers is in Tucker, so absolutely that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, Kofor Brothers. I think Kofor Brothers sells, you know, about $10 million of lumber a year just to us.
Wow.
And my guess is they probably sell $20-30 million worth of lumber to the entertainment industry.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is really a great deal for you all being here in DeKalb County. What attracted your studio and your project here to DeKalb?
Well, in order to build a studio of this scale, you have to try to find a lot of land. And the thesis behind building Blackhall was simply that Pinewood was outside of town.
Right.
And it was doing really well. And we just said, well, what if we built Pinewood in the city? And that's really what Blackhall is Pinewood in the city. So we needed to find a piece of land in the city that was big enough, but then close enough in to be able to actually feel like it was in town. And where we sit, this is one of the few places where you could buy this scale of land and be 20 minutes from Inman Park.
Got it.
Right? So Inman Park has become kind of the de facto center of Hollywood inside of Georgia. And so when you can get back and forth all on side streets in less than 20 minutes, it makes a huge difference. And then, you know, people that have moved here have kept pouring south. So Inman Park kind of set it off, and then Reynoldstown and Cabbagetown and East Atlanta Village has really like started to blossom.
Oh, yeah.
And all of that is tied into the entertainment industry.
So I have sat on a few panels with you where you were talking about possibly growing this industry even further in DeKalb County and in this region. Why is this so in your heart? Because I see you're jet setting from here, from DeKalb County to LA quite frequently, but you're obviously, you've made a name for yourself in really helping to support the growth of this industry here in DeKalb and in the region. So why has this become such an important passion for you?
Well, you know, when you see what Atlanta is as a city, it's an amazing town, and it was before there was entertainment.
Sure.
But it was more of a logistics, manufacturing, base of the economy town, right? You've got Coca-Cola, Home Depot, you've got UPS here, Newell Rubbermaid based here, of course Delta, right?
Sure.
Just pure logistics company. And so when you have a wonderful economic base like that, and you start to add in creativity, you start to add in the tech industry, and you start to add in the entertainment industry, then you get a vortex of creativity that starts spinning around this amazing base of economic activity. And that's how you transform a city like Atlanta into a city like London, or a city like Los Angeles or a city like New York, right? And so the thing that's exciting for me is to watch Atlanta grow from being an incredible industrial town, an incredible business town, to being an international city that can be attractive to people of all walks of life. And that's amazing to get to be a part of.
What type of reception have you received from the residents and even the elected officials in terms of growing this business here?
You know, everybody's been incredibly supportive and encouraging. Obviously, where we're located, there hasn't been a lot of economic activity here for a long time. And so we came in, made a huge investment in this area. I think people that live right around here have noticed a big change in, reduced crime and reduced truck traffic, because we displaced trucking, right? I mean, where we're sitting right now was originally a trucking distribution warehouse for DuPont paints.
Cool.
Right? And then DuPont built this facility in the 80s, left, and then it kind of was languished.
Yep.
And so we came in here. Kroger left. They had a huge supermarket distribution warehouse where hundreds and hundreds of trucks rolled in and out every day. They moved out. We took that over. Now it's a thriving media campus. And so it's just a totally different dynamic.
Right.
The people that run the food establishments up and down Constitution Road here in Boulder Crest have seen a huge increase in business. That's started to transform this area. I'm on the board of the local community improvement district, and we get those crime reports, every month about what's going on. And the guys that have been on that community improvement district for years said they can't believe what a transformation has happened in the amount of crime when you get those reports. I mean, there's very little crime down here anymore.
That's incredible. Now you have a super cool job.
Yeah.
But this wasn't really your background. You weren't the Hollywood, Tinseltown, star in your eyes kind of person. Talk to me about, how did you get involved in this industry, in the work here in DeKalb County?
Well, I'm an entrepreneurial personality. I happened to end up as an entrepreneur inside of real estate. So I started out doing land deals, and then I grew into doing big apartment deals, specialty real estate deals. Now, building a movie studio is not that different than building a hospital. I don't have to be a surgeon to build a hospital and own a hospital. I don't have to be Steven Spielberg to build a movie studio and make a place where Steven Spielberg can make great movies. And that's what this really became. Now it's evolving, because my background is not just real estate, but it's also finance. And so we're evolving into a financier of movies as well.
Are you proud of the work you're doing here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not doing it all by myself, so I can't take all the credit for it. And when you say proud, I don't mean like I feel boastful about it, but I do feel a deep sense of pride of what we're accomplishing.
Absolutely.
The success we're having, the way that the success of Blackhall is starting to impact the area around Blackhall. I've always thought that it would take about 3 years for the gravitational force of Blackhall to start to impact the surrounding area. We've been in business about 20 months.
Wow.
So, in 20 months we've started to have impact. So I think that's exciting. Certainly, this kind of real estate is a little higher profile, right, than just building apartment buildings or office buildings or any of that kind of stuff. So it gives me a different platform to just explore creatively, which is fun.
That was certainly a lot of fun, and we again express our gratitude to Ryan Millsap and Blackhall Studios for that insightful interview and backstage tour, and certainly for allowing me to get behind the wheel of that cool moke. Now that was the highlight of my week. Now this next story focuses on the DeKalb Entertainment Commission, or DEC, which also plays a major role in multiplying DeKalb's entertainment impact. The DEC promotes film, TV, music, and digital arts in DeKalb, a nearly $2 billion industry that continues to grow. At a recent entertainment town hall meeting and at the DEC's annual entertainment expo, local producers, writers, and directors found out how they too can dive into this industry. Here now is DCTV's Crystal Thomas. She has much more.
Thanks, Diamond. That's right. DeKalb County is taking over the entertainment industry in the South. Now let's take a look at what the DeKalb Entertainment Commission has to do with all this success.
I'm sure you've heard of the TV shows Stranger Things and Greenleaf.
what about the movies Baby Driver and Rampage? Well, did you know these productions were shot right here in DeKalb County? From major motion pictures to Grammy-winning songs, loads of award-winning productions and digital media are all created right here in our own backyard.
Now that this industry has grown so much in DeKalb County, not just in the state, but in DeKalb County specifically, this is the best opportunity to get in the industry. There are workshops, there are training programs, there are colleges that have programs, continuing education programs.
The DeKalb Entertainment Commission, or the DEC, is a part of the Decide DeKalb Authority, which works towards economic development in DeKalb County. The DEC and the growing entertainment industry here in DeKalb offers many opportunities for anyone interested in film, music, digital media, or television.
We have lots of talent, and we want to vertically integrate the industry as well as encourage more people to get involved and work in the industry.
And there's been a ton of work available. Over the last few years, DeKalb County has been the site of hundreds of television and film projects. As you'll see throughout this entertainment edition of LTD, there are 3 major studios located here, which include Blackhall Studios, Eagle Rock Studios, and Third Rail Studios.
So many great people work in the industry, live here, and then work somewhere else. And this is a chance for them to meet each other and see that those studios, those companies, those productions can all happen right here.
In an effort to get the word out about these amazing opportunities, the DEC hosts an annual entertainment expo. The expo features a variety of speakers from the entertainment industry.
I wanted to know what happened behind the scenes, but when I saw what happened behind the scenes, I just kind of fell in love with it all.
The expo features pitch opportunities, one-on-one meetings with industry professionals, and panel sessions.
You know somebody who has either been on a film set or impacted by a film set, and so whatever your interests are, you can infiltrate.
The entire county supports our growing entertainment industry, and to show that, District 5 Commissioner Marita Davis Johnson hosted a recent town hall meeting with a panel discussion featuring representatives from the entertainment industry. The panel was moderated by Congressman Hank Johnson.
As you know, Georgia is one of the fastest growing areas for film, music, and entertainment.
You have more opportunity here around people that are also creative and will do things not always thinking about the money, but do it for the love. There are people like that around. So you might feel pressure from people telling you go to the stereotypical place, but you don't need to go with the grain. You need to go against it and create your own lane.
DCTV's director Diamond Lewis also spoke on the panel, offering attendees an inside look into the newsroom.
You can make something of yourself just by being inquisitive and learning the process. It's a process, and the more information you have, the more you're willing to take on. Don't just limit yourself to one spot, the newsroom. Go in every single spot so that you really understand what all it takes to put a production on.
With an almost $2 billion impact on the economy in DeKalb County, the DeKalb Entertainment Commission is certainly launching DeKalb County right into stardom.
We are working hard to make DeKalb a place where entertainment finds a home. Welcome again to the Hollywood of the South. Welcome to DeKalb County. Thank you.
For more information about the DeKalb Entertainment Commission, call 404-687-2748 or visit DeKalbEntertainment.com. Here you'll learn about job opportunities, tax credits for filming in Georgia, what productions are currently being shot in DeKalb, and how to obtain permits for your production. Crystal Thomas, let's talk DeKalb.
The Entertainment Expo also offers workshops for children interested in the entertainment industry, including one workshop that allows them to put together a public safety announcement. And I'm proud to say that includes my nephews, Seth and Sean. They attended the expo with me and helped make this PSA all in one afternoon. Take a look.
Hey, did you see the photo I took?
No way, let's post this on Instagram.
But she's our friend. don't think that's really a good idea.
Nobody's gonna take this too seriously. We'll just post it. It's just a joke. Look, she looks like she's picking your nose.
Well, it is kind of funny.
Upload it. This is gonna be good. Yes. Oh, look, they're already liking it.
One person says this is
Tanya, you eat chips like a horse.
No, delete this.
I don't know how.
What do you mean you don't know how? This is embarrassing.
But this is my first time on Instagram.
That doesn't mean anything. You should know how to delete a post.
I saw you eating it at lunch and I just had my phone in my pocket and took a picture of you.
Oh my God, my ego is ruined. No.
Think before you post!
That was so much fun, and I'm truly proud of the work that all the kids did for that production. We know it's just a matter of time now before the boys move on to the major blockbuster productions and invite their auntie to that premiere. So let's stay tuned for that. Coming up later on the show, we'll take you to another production studio right here in DeKalb County, and we bring you a true Hollywood success story of a hometown hero in Chris Tucker, returning home to do good in our community. That much more coming up on this special entertainment edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. Welcome back to this special entertainment edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis, reporting on location again from DeKalb's own Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center. Today, we're talking about the exciting entertainment industry and the role DeKalb plays, and we had to include yet another major studio production facility right here in DeKalb County at the former GM site in Doraville, no less. Here now is my interview with President of Operations for Third Rail Studios, Dan Rosenfeld.
First of all, Dan, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, Dan.
Now, first, you've got to tell me about the name Third Rail Studios. Talk to me about Third Rail. Where'd that come from?
Sure. So it's an homage to the former GM assembly plant that was on site here in Doraville. So there was a bunch of rail lines that went through the assembly plant to deliver materials, take them off site. There were rail lines that came into this building, which originally was the training facility for GM. It's just an homage to the rail lines in the assembly plant, and the name Third Rail, the third rail on a train track, is the one you don't want to touch. It's electric, it's exciting, so we thought it was a nice, energetic pop to the name as well.
So it's a salute to those who are willing to take risks, essentially.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there was so many people who worked at this GM plant over the years. I've had people from DeKalb County and beyond come to me over the 2 years since we've been open. Some crew members, some people who were just visiting, saying, my uncle, my dad, my brother used to work here, my mom used to work here. So it's really cool that we were able to transform it into something brand new and to show, there was so many jobs here during those GM years, and they were lost when it closed. And now we have a new vibrant place where there's hundreds and hundreds of people working here again and essentially manufacturing films and TV. So it's a nice kind of compliment to the history of the place.
Well, so, it really does speak to taking risks. You took a GM plant, which became a huge brownfield, and then brought entertainment, or Hollywood, right here to DeKalb County.
Yeah.
What attracted your company here to DeKalb County?
So our parent company is called the Integral Group, and they do commercial real estate around the world. They saw an opportunity with the GM plant land here inside of 285 in the Northeast Corridor to do a mixed-use development and to transform this entire area to provide it with new businesses, corporate headquarters, apartments, movie theaters, bars, restaurants, coffee shops, breweries, you name it.
Now, I understand you're a huge movie buff. What attracted you to working in this industry?
I didn't really have a choice. I watched movies from the time I was a little kid. Just really was mesmerized by them. They provided a lot of things for me. Education about the world, about places and things that either exist or don't even exist. They had, a morality in certain things that I really learned a lot from. I love getting lost in movies. So since the time I was a kid, I just have been enamored with them. I told my parents after leaving the movie E.T. in the theater that I wanted to work in film and television. And they kind of looked at me and said, patted my head and were like, that's nice, But I never wavered, and I have never thought of doing anything else. And I just fell in love with it. So I really had no other path.
That is so cool. So you're living your dream.
Yeah.
And you brought your dream here to DeKalb County in Georgia.
Yeah, and I live in DeKalb, by the way. I live in Dunwoody, 10 minutes from the studio, and love it here. Yeah, it's great.
Welcome, neighbor.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now, tell me what those big names and those big movies. Talk to us about some of the productions that have taken place right here in our own backyard.
Sure. Well, I can tell you about, right when we opened Third Rail in September 2016, the first project that we got here was Dwayne Johnson's Rampage for New Line and Warner Brothers. So we had Dwayne here for almost 7 months. The production was here. They took up our whole facility. They went out to the concrete pad where the GM plant was, and they built the top of the Willis Tower, the former Sears Tower in Chicago, destroyed Chicago city streets, turned over buildings, apartment buildings. They caused some destruction here. It was great. They were in all 3 of our stages, and they had built a massive C-17 plane, military plane, in which George the gorilla, the character in the movie, destroys the plane, and they're shaking it and rocking it. So it was a great start for the studio. It was a big tentpole movie, and it was a great success and a lot of fun. We've had Mark Wahlberg here with Mile 22, Pete Berg directed action movie set in Bogota, Colombia, but filmed here.
Right here in DeKalb?
Yes, see? Atlanta for Bogota. And right now we have a Dolly Parton show, which has been incredible for Netflix. That'll come out later this year. It's called Dolly Parton's Heartstrings. It's an anthology, an 8-episode anthology based on her songs. So the stories of her songs in a scripted form. And we have a Steven Spielberg show for Apple and NBC here called Amazing Stories. And he's truly my film hero, Spielberg. He hasn't been in the studio here, but he will be directing some episodes. And that's another anthology, which is a reboot of a show that he did when I was a little kid, Amazing Stories, and it was kind of Twilight Zone, but more Spielberg-style, fantastical elements, and really excited. It's going to be a big show that will be out later this year as well.
Dan, Third Rail is a full services production facility. What does that mean?
That means we provide everything that a production might need under one roof for their needs, for producing their film, TV show, commercial, music video. We have gorgeous production suites, 30,000 square feet of production office space. They can house their entire staff here. They can put their hair and makeup and wardrobe department, art department, accountants, producers, you name it. We have space for them to live every day. We also have mill space and other flex support space for them to build their sets, to build their props, to paint things, to feed their crew. We have a catering space, anything that a production might need to finish their shoot, we have it here. Post-production, they can bring post-production here. We have a crazy amount of internet bandwidth and Wi-Fi, so they can plug in and transfer digital footage anywhere around the world. So it's kind of one-stop shopping. Plenty of parking, a lot of boring stuff that productions need, like parking and places to eat. And we have purpose-built stages. So some studios are kind of warehouse augmentation. Ours are purpose-built stages that have really high ceilings, 41 feet to the beam, 18-inch concrete walls, fully soundproof. We have a structure that can hang 1 million pounds of lighting, et cetera, off of. So power, AC, you name it. So they can do it all here.
Places where you can say destruction is cool. I thought that was amazing.
Destruction's great.
That.
Anytime a production says to me, "Can we, blow something up or light it on fire?" I'm so excited. That's movie magic. We had with Mile 22. They built a whole house in one of the stages, and they lit the whole thing on fire. And we had the DeKalb, fire chief here and his staff, and it was amazing. It was really cool to witness. They had all the special effects people had. All these little tubes everywhere that were dripping chemicals to create fire blasts, and it's a lot of fun to see. It's like kids with big dangerous toys.
That's super cool.
Yeah,
You're not
is
gonna
fun.
get rid of me soon.
Hey, hang out, please.
Now, I actually served on a recent panel with you where we provided information about TV, film, and all types of entertainment-related initiatives and programs for residents of DeKalb County. You've done a great deal of community outreach. Talk to me about why that is so important to you and Third Rail.
Well, it's important to me because I think that, and to Third Rail, people are excited about film and television, and it's a fun world for them. They like watching the end product, but they also like the idea of, unless they're like stuck in their driveway and their street is closed down, they like the idea of, they see movie and TV shoots around Atlanta, and they want to be part of it. And so we want to use that excitement to do good in the community. We also want to show people that it's really about people on the ground working. And it's really about hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people working in DeKalb, in Atlanta, in Georgia. So we like to, say, hey, look what we're doing, and look at the positive that we're doing with this excitement. So we work with a lot of different groups. I work with a group called Reimagine ATL, which is a great nonprofit that works with high school students across Atlanta in film and television production. They may not have met each other any other way, but they share a love for film and TV. And we have teachers in their schools during the specials programs teaching them about film and TV. We do year-long programming, summer camps, music video camp, give them money and equipment to make short films, web series, some of their materials on, I believe, on the DeKalb TV station. Absolutely. And on Thea, which is a new group that Choose ATL has launched recently, which is DA. It's a great program. I love being on the board of directors. So we work with them. We provide mentorship, internships, and a direct pathway either into schools to help them get into film school, to follow their dreams, or into jobs directly through Reimagine. We also work with a local group called I Care Atlanta. They're in Chamblee, right down the street. Right. Amazing group. They give 2 months worth of groceries to families in need who may otherwise not have that, and they give it to them throughout the entire year. They also do free computer training and job training for them at I Care Atlanta. Love working with them. I work with the Atlanta Film Society, Atlanta Film Festival. I think it's important. It's one of the oldest film festivals in the country, and it's a great way to showcase local talent as well as up-and-coming indie filmmakers. So we try and dip our toes in a lot of community service to really use our place in this community.
And we again thank Dan Rosenfeld with Third Rail Studios for that backstage pass to his studio. Now, one of DeKalb's biggest stars, who's also no stranger to Hollywood, continues to do good in his hometown. This is the story of the success of Chris Tucker in the entertainment industry and how he encourages all youth right here in our county and beyond to follow their dreams.
I want to be a physical therapist. I want to be a baseball player. Be a microbiologist when I grow up.
Be a sports agent. Be a firefighter. Be a political scientist.
Be a marine biologist.
I want to be a lawyer.
An actor when I grow up.
When I grow up.
When I grow up.
When I grow up.
When I grow up. And when I grow up.
At 13, I wanted to be, I was trying to get through school. I was trying to get through school, really, but I wanted to be, I just had an imagination.
He's been in Hollywood blockbusters such as the Rush Hour series.
Which one of y'all kicked me?
Silver Linings Playbook.
She's funny.
She is my friend with an F.
Capital F.
For friend.
And of course, this cult classic, which jump-started his success on the big screen.
And you know this, man?
Success all achieved because the young boy, one of 6 siblings, had the audacity to dream even beyond his neighborhood, where his house was the popular hotspot for neighborhood kids.
All the time I go through my old neighborhood and I try to sneak in there and go look at we grew up by a creek, but now it's like overgrown, you can't even walk down in it. But I used to go in that creek and dream.
After conceiving the dreams to become a stand-up comedian and actor, Chris began the grind necessary to realize them, including working at his only job outside of the entertainment industry, his father's janitorial service.
You know, I used to work that at night early, 8 to like 11, then I would go clean up McDonald's, Burger King's, Crystals at that time, because I had the freedom, because my dad had his own business. And he taught me a lot. He taught me how to be a businessman. He taught me how to, work hard work. And I put that into my stand-up career and my acting career.
After graduating from Columbia High School, Chris threw caution to the wind, refusing to allow the fear of failing to keep him from his passion for entertaining others.
So all that stuff I was just dreaming about, like, this is the possibilities that can happen if I move to California, or if, because I was working really hard here, and a lot of comedians come down from LA and say, man, you need to go to California because you're pretty good. I was getting a lot of good advice and a lot of people who was really rooting for me. Yeah, just went and did it, but I had a dream, and that dream gave me confidence to keep going.
Through the founding of the Chris Tucker Foundation and a host of philanthropic efforts, Chris acts out daily what he considers to be his biggest achievement to date, the ability to give back to others.
I never dreamed that I could start a foundation and help kids that was, I was that little kid, dreaming, and people helped me, along the way. This is part of life, I think, evolving and saying that this is really living, when you can help others and start a foundation and give back.
So don't ever stop dreaming. This is the best time to dream when you're young.
Calling such greats, says Quincy Jones, Michael Jackson, and Harry Belafonte his mentors, Chris is quick to point out that for him, wealth comes not in the form of financial status, but in the ability to live out the very passion and dreams which have guided every step of his ever-growing portfolio of success.
The power of believing and dreaming is real, because that's all I did was dream and believe, and that these things could happen, and it made me feel good. And that's true wealth. If you believe and you're doing something, you have a goal, you have a dream to get somewhere, it makes you feel good.
A walking depiction of what happens when one dares to dream, Chris Tucker has not only proven his own star status, but encourages youth to aspire to be the very best they can be, turning the concept of having a dream into the claimed reality of living that dream.
Yeah, I am just another kid from DeKalb County, Georgia, who dreamed a big dream and still dreaming. Oh, you can make it. You can make it.
I'm going to be a marine biologist, physical therapist.
I'm going to be a political scientist.
A microbiologist, a baseball player.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
I'm going to be a firefighter.
I'm gonna be an actor.
A sports agent when I grow up.
When I grow up. When I grow up. When I grow up.
When I grow up.
So when I grow up.
First of all, I have to thank Chris Tucker for not only the service he's doing in his community, but also for allowing me and the whole DCTV team and all of our equipment into his personal home. We certainly had a blast. Now, to find out more about the good work of the Chris Tucker Foundation, go online to thechristuckerfoundation.org. Coming up, we're taking you to another entertainment production facility, and at 470,000 square feet, it's the largest stage complex in the U.S., all under one roof. My interview at DeKalb Studios is up next.
And you can see they're getting ready to start shooting today.
You can see how massive a soundstage is and all the equipment that it takes just to keep a show going daily.
Stay with us. More LTD coming right back. Welcome back to this special entertainment edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis. Now, can you imagine beer warehouses transformed into great sound stages? Well, turns out that was the winning entertainment recipe for Eagle Rock, a family-owned beverage distributor that splashed onto the entertainment scene in 2015 by leasing space to the TV shows Devious Maids and Resurrection. The giant elephant doors and spacious covered areas contribute to a winning production formula that has since grown. Here now is my interview at Eagle Rock Studios. So again, we are here at Eagle Rock Studios in Norcross, and I am thrilled to have Beth Talbert, who's the VP of Studio Operations, right here welcoming us today. So first I have to say thank you so much for welcoming us here today, Beth.
We're so happy to have you here at Eagle Rock.
Now tell me, what all goes on here in this beautiful space? I mean, it's massive. Talk to us about what types of services do you offer here at Eagle Rock?
Well, so we are primarily a television production facility. We have 4 sound stages, 30,000 square feet each. And we have some great shows shooting here right now. We've got a show called Dynasty that's on the CW. We've got a show called Greenleaf that's on the Oprah Winfrey Network. And the big show on Netflix that everybody knows and talks about, Ozark. And yeah.
Are we going to have a chance to tour some of those spaces?
It's going to be a little hard today because they're all 4 in production, so they don't really like to have people around on the stage unless it's publicity for their own show. But we'll see if we can get a sneak into maybe just a corner of a stage door, maybe.
Now, Beth, I'm fascinated to find out a little bit about your background. How did you get into this business?
It was really kind of a fluke. I moved to Los Angeles from North Carolina about 24 years ago, and at the time thought, I'm just going to do something here that I couldn't do in North Carolina, and logically that was entertainment. So I started out in TV production at 20th Century Fox, worked there for a few years, and then moved over to Tribune Entertainment, doing backroom services for them, and through that job fell into studio management because my boss at the time was managing sound stages, so he asked me to come help him sell sound stages and get some clients in there. And so and I didn't think I wanted to do it, but 15 years later, I'm still in the business.
That's awesome. Now, is it common to have a female who's the head of this type of studio and this type of executive level?
As a matter of fact, it's not. I'm almost the only woman in the United States that does this.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
What exactly do you do on a day-to-day basis? I'm sure every day's the same, right?
Oh, yeah. It's production. Every day's exactly the same. My main job that I tell people, I'm a landlord, really. That's what I do. It sounds really glamorous, but it's not. I'm renting out space to people, and I'm a concierge to them and making sure that they're relatively happy on a daily basis. So it could be anything from making sure that the parking lots are lined properly and that people are parked correctly. It's making sure that these trucks get in here the right way on a daily basis. It's making sure that the heat and the air works on the stages and the power doesn't go out, and just all the day-to-day operations that it takes to make a show run smoothly.
What's exciting for our viewers, and for myself included, is, I mean, the shows that we see on TV are taking place right here in our own backyard. So talk to me about, first of all, again, this is a massive space, but we're actually in Norcross. So you've got the space here in Norcross, and then you have the space in DeKalb County. So talk to me about the size and the scale of what you all are offering here.
Yeah, so let me just give you a little bit of the history, because we actually started in DeKalb County. That was where Eagle Rock began. We had a warehouse facility over there that we outgrew in our other business, which is actually beer distribution. Outgrew that space, bought this property from Kraft Foods, but that space is where Eagle Rock became a studio, and where they said, let's get into this business. They actually leased that warehouse to ABC Studios that took that over and started producing a show called Devious Maids. And when that was converted to sound stages, they realized that they had a great piece of property here to do the exact same thing, and they didn't need this warehouse. They only needed the cold storage next door for their beer, wine, and spirits. And so that's how Eagle Rock Norcross was built. So we really have to thank DeKalb County for getting us into this business. And I still manage that facility over there as well, but ABC has a long-term lease on that they do a lot of different projects in.
That's fascinating. What are some of the fun parts of this job?
For me right now, especially because I lived in LA for so long, I get to go back to LA a lot and call on people, but that's almost like vacation to me because most of those people are my friends that I've worked with for a million years. So that's fun. It's fun to interact with all the producers and actors and directors and all of the cast and crew that are here. It's just, it's in general, it's a pretty fun job. And there are some days that we want to pull our hair out, but in general, it's pretty cool.
Now, in fairness, it's not as glamorous as people may think.
Oh, no.
For instance, we are freezing right now, so excuse the sniffles. Beth, tell us about some of the larger productions that we would know about that took place right here at Eagle Rock.
We've had a few feature films. The most recent was The Front Runner. That just came out this past year. There was a really big contender for Academy Awards early on. We had a movie called Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Longest Haul. That was here, and we've had a couple other Fox films. Escape Plan 2 was shot here. That was with Sylvester Stallone. So we've had some big stars here. It's been fun.
That's awesome. My nephews love everything Diary of a Wimpy Kid, everything about it.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
How do you see this industry growing here in Georgia? Because you talked about, I mean, everyone knows LA, but now it's taking place right here in DeKalb and in Georgia. So how do you see this industry growing in Georgia?
One thing that I'm really seeing in the past 2 years since I arrived in Georgia is there's a lot more content being created and produced here on our own rather than coming from the West Coast, which I think is really encouraging and is something that will help the industry stay here long after. Hopefully this doesn't happen, but if by some chance the tax credits would end, I think we would still have enough content that we could produce it on our own here. Georgia's also built a really good infrastructure that a lot of the other states that offer tax credits did not have. So that helps us a lot here.
See there, so we have all the perks.
That's
all
right.
the perks.
That's exactly right.
Now, Beth, thank you so much for having us here today.
Thanks for coming. We're happy to have you here.
We appreciate the opportunity to bring you a glimpse into the exciting world of sound stages. 3 major ones here in DeKalb County. We hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Now, this next story highlights the inaugural Pan Film Festival created by Mr. Dwayne Boyd and Premier Actors Network to give his exciting students a chance to display their creative content at a live awards show and film festival. Here now is Henry Clompton, right here at DeKalb's own Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center.
The inaugural Premier Actors Network, or Pan Film Festival, held at Porter Sanford Performing Arts Center, was hosted by businessman, actor, producer, photographer, and creator of Premier Actors Network, Mr. Dwayne Boyd.
What's up, Pan Fam? How y'all feeling?
A creation that's given individuals a professional guide to the entertainment industry and the opportunity to show off their elite creative skills.
For me, there's nothing like helping others achieve their dream. I think part of my mission here on this planet while I'm here is to give back and help others discover their own passion and their own dreams to help follow through.
The Pan Fam Film Festival was created for students of Dwayne Boyd's Actors Network class to give them a unique opportunity to display their creative ideas and visual content within 5 short films that were shown here at the event.
Every actor is a storyteller, every last one of us.
What Dwayne has created, which is a platform for all of these actors and young people to thrive and succeed in this new Hollywood. It's a blessing, it's a necessity, and he's definitely doing the work, versus the talking.
It gives people inspiration because as actors, we get kind of down when we don't get cast in the roles, and we're constantly waiting on auditions, and we're waiting for the phone to ring, but now we don't have to wait anymore. We can, put our fate in our own hands and create our own work.
You go in planning and preparation. The more that you put into it, the easier everything else is.
The Premier Actors Network has helped participants reach their maximum potential, making sure they become versatile in all aspects within the entertainment industry.
If you leave a mark by making somebody else's life better, you've done your job. Just doing my work.
A well-orchestrated event here at the Pan Fam Inaugural Film Festival. And we can't wait for next year's event. It will be bigger, better, and full of surprises. Henry Clompton, let's talk DeKalb.
Again, for more information on the Pan Film Festival and the Premier Actors Network, go online to premieractorsnetwork.com. Up next, find out how to star in your own TV show. Aviva Hoffman will be here to explain how easy it is. That's coming up right after this break. Welcome back to this special entertainment edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis reporting on location from the beautiful Porter Sanford III Performing Arts and Community Center right here in the awesome 500-seat theater. Now, in our next interview, we shine the spotlight on DeKalb's own public access television channel, DeKalb 25. And to share all the details, we took some time out of our tour at Blackhall Studios to catch up with DCTV's own Aviva Hoffman. Now, Aviva, first of all, obviously this is a pretty familiar territory for you.
Absolutely.
You used to co-host Let's Talk DeKalb with me.
Yes, I'm missing it a little bit, but you know I've been busy.
I know you've been busy because you are the manager of DeKalb 25. Talk to me about that venture. What exactly is DeKalb 25?
Well, first of all, it's awesome, and it is a public access, non-commercial TV channel. And we at DeKalb County are so excited to be managing that and getting submissions from the public. This is the public's channel.
And by this is the public's channel, you mean that if I'm a resident of DeKalb County, I love to produce my own programming, I have my own TV show or PSA series, you're telling me I can actually have it on TV through DeKalb 25?
That's right. That's right. It's very easy. You know, the process is, register a couple of forms, no fees at the time, and it's getting your content out there.
Wow. And how does it work exactly? If I am watching this program and I say, whoa, I want to make sure I have my content on that station, how do we get in touch with you?
The first start with getting in touch with us, that's right. And we have a website, email, and phone number. So the website is DeKalb25.com. And the telephone number is 404-371-2325. And then our email is DeKalb25@outlook.com. And, you know, when they call in, they'll probably get me, and I will answer any of their questions and walk them through the process. It's very easy. The county has set it up to be convenient for the public. So you can hand deliver your content, but we also have electronic file sharing, which is how 99.9% of the producers are, you know, sharing their content with us. And it's just a platform that is amazing. We have diverse programming. We have, you know, music shows, cooking shows, woodworking shows, talk shows, you name it. And we also have opportunities to, for filler purposes, use short videos. If somebody can't fill a full-on 30-minute or 60-minute time slot, we make it very easy. There's no reason not to take advantage of this wonderful platform.
So you take all kinds of programming?
Yes, we do.
And you said there's an electronic file sharing service.
Yes.
So what you mean is, and I want to make sure I'm clear, I know that previously in public access world, folks would have to produce their program and then deliver the tape or DVD to an actual physical location. What you're telling me is it's more convenient now.
Absolutely. From my understanding, it was a pretty, you know, cumbersome process. But if they have internet access and they have their content, their show, their video on a digital format, we are helping support a site, DeKalb25upload.com, and they will just drag and drop their file, and then I'll get a notification someone shared, you know, a file with us. So it's very, very convenient, and it's been going very well.
So I don't have to leave the comfort of my own home to send you my video.
You can do it in your pajamas, your slippers, your bunny slippers, whatever.
And then I can look up and I'll see it on 25. Now, where will I see my actual program?
That's a great question. So we have a channel, a television channel on Comcast Cable, Channel 25 in DeKalb County, but we're not limited to that. We also web stream on our website at DeKalb25.com, and anywhere in the world where you have internet service, you can tune in to our channel.
What's the reception been like? Because I will say my office is right next door to yours.
Yes.
And I see you running up and down the hallway and taking phone calls. And I know this keeps you pretty busy. So what's the reception been like by the viewers and the folks who want to program and put content on the station?
That's a good question, too. You know, I love being the good guy. You know that over all these years. And I really get to be the good guy. The people that call in when they're first learning about it, they can't believe it. And they're, what's the catch? What's the catch? And you mean, it's this easy to share, and it's this easy to get my stuff on, and it's this easy to watch it. And so it's been very satisfying to always be the good guy in this situation and say, yes, yes, yes. Now, we do, having said all that, we do follow local, state, and federal laws. So sometimes, you know, there are some situations that we work with the producer to reconfigure content or something like that. But it's their message. It's very diverse programming on our channel, and I love it. Like I said, I get to be the good guy.
You're proud of what you're doing.
I am. I'm proud for the county. I'm proud that you really helped spirit this through, and you saw that as a community asset that we needed to help preserve even before I did. And so I thank you. I take this opportunity now. You haven't heard me directly say this, I don't think, but I thank you for making it possible. And I'm sure that all the people I make happy, they need to know to indirectly thank you as well, because you help save that channel for use for our public.
Well, thank you for all the work that you do, because certainly this has become your baby. DeKalb 25 is your baby, and we know that you love putting that great programming on. So again, if you are producing programming at home that you may put on YouTube or on social media, there is somewhere right here in DeKalb County where you can get your programming on TV for free. You want to contact this lovely lady here, Viva Hoffman, and again, they'll contact you how?
Give us a call, 404-371-2325. The number and the email address are also on our website, DeKalb25.com. And also I want to say, check out the channel. You know, there's going to be something that appeals to you at some point. So not just share with us, which we would love, but check it out too. Watch us. Tell us what you think of it. Send us a message.
Aviva, thank you for all that you're doing for DeKalb 25 and for the people of DeKalb County.
Thank you, Diamond, and you're welcome. And yes, thank you.
Thanks so much, Aviva. DeKalb 25 really is a great entertainment option that everyone should check out. Be sure to follow up with Aviva if you have any questions at all about DeKalb 25. She's doing a great job over there. Now, if any of these stories and interviews in this show have inspired you to break into the entertainment industry, here are all the helpful context you need to do just that. You'll find lots more about the DeKalb Entertainment Commission online at DeKalbEntertainment.com. You can also reach the DEC by phone at 404-687-2748. There are more details about the Advanced DeKalb Initiative online at decidedekab.com/advance. The Georgia Department of Economic Development has a section of its website devoted to the film industry. Go to georgia.org/industries/film-entertainment to learn about statewide opportunities and initiatives. Now, for the latest DeKalb County news, visit our homepage at DCTV, channel23.tv. That's also where you can connect with us on our social media platforms. And don't forget to tell us here at DCTV your thoughts on this show and all of our other programming. You can send an email to dctv@DeKalbCountyGA.gov, or you can check us out on YouTube. Search DeKalb County Gov. That's DeKalb County GOV on YouTube. Also, you can reach us by phone at 404-371-2989. We look forward to your comments. Well, that's going to do it for this special entertainment edition of Let's Talk DeKalb. I'm Diamond Lewis. I've had a great time. I'll see you on the next edition. Take care.